EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the east side of the Bay Bridge in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black going to make every last game played in Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 78 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 32 on the play.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Carr going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Now Carr again. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but it must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right? Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The big man P.J. Hall had the path to the QB there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cut.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Nothing on that one. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 12 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Here's the Raiders punter now. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Hey, Charlie!
To try again after the sack. Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Bravo!
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 49 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to look deep down the field. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 38. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Monday, down! 180! Give me that ball, defense! Give me that ball!
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go ahead and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
What down? 280! Mike 50! You ain't doing nothing today.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time, 1 play, interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they just...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Carr completes it, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 44-yard line. Down, 185.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
694. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And John Gruden has made the call. His guys are going for it.
We're good, we're good. 180. Express. 280.
Carr going to go on 4th down. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. They'll run on first down. Richard. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
The Raiders on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go!
From the gun, Carr. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Bang! 6:37.
Operating from the gun, Carr. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And he comes back with one complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes?
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derek Carr scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A.J. Green on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Now Oakland ready to take the field. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Double dog, that's the way.
And they're out of We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they. Foot on the gas, I will not crash. Honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damagers. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash, honey y'all dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time, be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson.
Now, that's a pretty play right there, and what I'm thankful for is it wasn't me in that situation, because one of the toughest things about defending the deep ball is not panicking, because the longer you run with a receiver, you're trying to figure out, am I close to him? Can I make a play on the football?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jordan Willis gets to him for a gigantic loss of 19 yards. 4th down, so the Texans dial up the number of their second-year punter, Trevor Daniel. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Cincinnati. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Third down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check. Lucky.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters a normal...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
After the interception, here's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's Watson, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Let's go.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On second down, here's Mixon. Muscling free near the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40.
Hey, Zoo.
So Dalton now. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. You go tight.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up. On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown, and the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, 40 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
Now Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Reset. 218. 24.
On first down, it's Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, but it'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now a first down throw, Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. 25 yards that time.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and goal, Houston.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give, the first man through, Gillespie, the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback taking it in. And the Texans cut into that lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 31, Dalton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Green. The 30, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And now out comes Houston. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
He's going to float this over the... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Another try for Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hopkins. This is intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The final act of the first half, Dalton. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Mixon will get it to start the second half. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Dalton throwing on second down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Here we go. Regular. Hey, Foxtrot. 2-2. Move.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Watch the whip. Motion. 51 the mic, boy. 5-6.
And Dalton to throw. And able to find Green. The 40. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals have got it on cruise control. We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green, long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
A very good starting field position from the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 53 yards. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going for the deep, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 48, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Throwing, Dalton. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is,
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And thanks to the interception, the Bengals offense cashes in with 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20.
About to make a